Guys, it's Jen. I thought I would come on here and do a little bit more eyeshadow look for you guys. I just completed my face using the 3D foundation system with Seint, and of course, you guys are familiar with these. I went a little bit lighter with my contour today because I feel like it's just, lately I've been using contour shade that's been too dark, and I just think it was too much for me, and I'm liking the subtlety of the shade that I'm using right now, which I believe is Ash, and I am quite a bit lighter than I was in the summer. So I thought what I would do, instead of starting with the blush and all that other stuff, I want to do my eyes, and I thought I would just come on and share with you guys some of the eyeshadows from Seint. And I don't have nearly all of them at all. I have like only a small portion, but what I do have, I can create some pretty cute looks with. So I thought I would come on and just share that with you guys. I'm just going to put some translucent powder under my eyes heavily because I don't want the shadows to give me a lot of fallout. So I'm just going to sort of set underneath my eyes pretty heavily and hope that I don't get any fallout. This isn't exactly my favorite setting powder either. And this is the Bare Minerals one. It's okay, like it's not terrible. It just doesn't pick up very easily. It doesn't like lay down very easily, but it is very finely milled. It's just, and it's not my shade either. So there's that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with eyes. I'm going to start my transition with, I think I'm going to start with Leo. I always do this. This is the shade Leo. The names are always on the back of the tins. I hope you can see that. Yeah, so this is the shade. I'll swatch this for you on my hand. It's just a really nice, like orangey brown color. Really, really great for your transition shade. I use this a lot in my crease because I just like to make a little bit of a shadow before I start with my colors. And that's just a personal thing. You do not have to do that. But I need to put my eyeshadow base down first. I'm going to use Eyeshadow Primer Potion from Urban Decay. And I usually do that before I even start my videos. I'm not even sure why I didn't even do that. But I put mine into a little matte pot because I don't like the dough foot that comes in the container. And so I just squeeze it all out and I just use my fingers until I can open up my Milani one. I really want to try the Milani eyeshadow base because apparently it is a crazy dupe for the Urban Decay one, and I love the Urban Decay one. I've never used anything else. I've tried like The Rock and a couple of other things, and they just never gave me what I was looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and put Leo in my crease, and I'm just using a fluffy brush. And eventually I will also have the eye brushes from Seint as well. I've been selling since July, and it's going to take me quite a while to get a lot of the inventory. And they just changed names from Mascara to Seint. So I'm kind of glad I started when I did so I could get a little bit of information and try the product and not have like too much stuff. And now that I can start ordering more stuff slowly for my small business, it will say Seint on the products as I buy them. So that I'm really looking forward to. I did buy a brush and it says mascara on it, I believe, or it is like the mascara version. So I'm going to hold off for a while until I can get more stuff with the new name. So I'm just taking this like kind of messily in my crease. This is a really beautiful transition shade. But I think what I want to do is play with some blues and browns today. I've been doing a lot of purples and pinks. Today I want to play with blues and browns. So I'm going to do more smoky blue on the outside and a little like softer on the inside maybe. Or maybe I just do brown on top and blue on the bottom. What do I do? I have not thought this through, guys. I've not thought this through. I think what I'm going to do, first of all, I am going to start by, I'm going to do the dark, like the blues in the outer. Even though this is the deepest blue that I have, I need to invest in the deeper ones. This is the shade Daba D. This is going to be backwards, I'm so sorry, but this is the shade Daba D, and it's really nice, like almost turquoise cobalt, if you will. Really nice. So I think what I'll do is I'll start with this in my outer corner, and I just want to smoke this out. When you blend it around and it mixes in with Leo, it tends to get a bit like deeper, and so I kind of want to shoot for that. I want to shoot for almost a deeper, more blended version of what this color would look. It would look like that normally, but when you blend it out a lot, especially mixed in with Leo, it tends to get darker. So I'm trying to get it pretty smoked out and deeper in the outer corner. And I do want to take my time and just blend this out real nicely. I do almost want it to look like it's fading into the upper part of my eye, so I kind of want to ombre it a little bit almost, like transition it into my upper lid. So I will lay down the product, and then with whatever is left, I will just blend out the rest. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye, slowly pressing it and inching it out. With the pressing motion, you won't get as much fallout, but because these are slightly powdery eyeshadows, you will get a little bit of fallout, especially using a blending brush. But I don't want to use a shader brush to lay down my outer corner because it would just be like too harsh. And I do want it to be like very soft and blown out in the outer portion. So I'm just making sure that both eyes sort of match. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Valencia, which is sort of like a creamy peach shade, and I'm just going to use my same brush with the blue on it, but I'm just taking it on a paper towel, and I'm just wiping some of that off a little bit. Then I'm going to take this Valencia shade. Like I said, it's just like a soft, you can't even really see it on my skin that much, but I'm just taking that around the outside of the shade so I can blend this out a little bit more. And I'm also setting the concealer or it's called Select Cover Up actually, but basically it's like concealer, and you just apply that over top of whatever it is that you have that you need to set. And for me, that is the perfect like skin tone brow shade, like transition and brow bone shade. And then we're gonna of course add something to add some shine there later. But right now we just want to set the concealer underneath the eye and blend out that Daba D shade in the outer corner. It's so pretty. Like that is such a pretty color. It's so pretty. So I'm just going over this again on this side to make sure it's as blended. I have some shadows, like my eyes have like different shapes to them, so you'll see like shadowing differently. Hope that's okay. Hope you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then I think what I'm going to do is my brow bone, and that's going to be with Sabrina. So that's the shade right here. Just a very nice reflective color. Super pretty. It might have a tint of blue, so let me show you it's right here. This one had the Daba D shade from my finger on there. I'm just going to wipe that off. And then what I'm going to do is just take that on a short shader brush and pop that right along my under part of my brow, like just in the arch there. And it's just a subtle highlight. I will show you later how we can get a little more oomph with a different shade. But for now, I just want to do this. I just want to show you guys with as much versatility as I can. Then what we're going to do is take that, I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to do I want to do all sparkle on my eyes? I think I want to do all sparkle on my eyes. Okay, we're going to go in with the shade Soulmate. I've been using this ever since I got it. It's just absolutely beautiful. And this is the shade right here. It's incredibly reflective, and it's almost like a cream to powder feel, but it's just powder. It's so pretty. I'm going to take that on a flat shader brush. This is a synthetic brush. And you do pick up a lot of product, and it does like kind of ball up a little bit, and you don't need any base, like any kind of setting spray or anything to give this the reflection. It's just really, really reflective on its own, and it blends out super nice on the eye. So I'm taking this like right from my inner corner. So I'm going to take that in my inner corner and I'm just pulling it along my eyelid. So I'll go on my lid first. And then I'll just take it from the inner corner and pull it into the lid. So it just sort of like gives it that flat reflective effect. And then we're going to put this one away. We're not going to use this one on the brow bone, although you could if you wanted to go crazy impact. But I'm going to next take, excuse me, I'm going to take the shade Bayou, which is ridiculously gorgeous. And again, very, very reflective. It's right here. It's called Bayou. And we're going to continue on with the same brush. And I'm just going to put that in the center of my lid to blend the Daba D in the outer corner into Soulmate. And you want to just bring those together. So you're going to pat the eyeshadow down, not pull, because otherwise it's just going to streak into the other shades. And right now you just want to blend them into each other. So patting motion will be your best success to get that. And then again, just wipe off your brush and you're going to just take nothing on it. And you're just going to pull a little bit of Soulmate, whatever you have on your lid, and just pull it gently into Bayou. So you get that really nice transition on the lid. Excuse me. And then what we're going to do is start on the bottom of the eye. So I'm not going to really clean off any of my fallout yet because I want to complete the rest of my look. So I'm actually going to go in with, let's see, I will use the shade, I'm just guessing as I go here. I'm going to use the shade Cocoa, which is a really nice deep brown. But I do want to use a little bit of an eyeliner. So I'm just going to take a little Kat Von D liner and put that in my outer corner. I just do it very messily. I should probably take my time and do it a little more decent, but I am going to smudge it out with a short shader. And then I'm going to go in with the same brush and use Cocoa, which is the brown shade. I'm not taking it all the way into the inner corner of my eye because I do want to put a little bit of a bright shade in there to kind of keep my eyes a little farther apart. If your eyes are farther set, you may want to go all the way in. That's totally up to you. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to go over with the same shade we used on the outer portion, which is Daba D, and we're just going to take that on our eye. So it's going to be a little crazy, but we'll figure it out. I am going to blend that out shortly, but I just want to make sure that I have enough impact all the way around. And I'm just cleaning off the brush. And I'm going to go in with Valencia again, which is the light shade, and I'm just going to take that right underneath. So I don't want to have it super crazy, but I do want to add more impact. So I'm going to take the short shader brush and go in with Daba D, which is the dark blue, and I'm going to put a little bit more impact in the outer portion of the eye. Because I do want the brown to stand out because I'm going to put like mascara and stuff on, and I want the brown to really sort of like, the bottom lash will be like the more smoky area and the top will just be softer. And then I'm going to take Bayou, which is the shimmery shade in the middle, and I'm going to put that sort of like to the middle toward the inside of the eye. And then I'm going to go with Soulmate, which is the inner portion color, and that's just going to go right underneath in the inner corner. So pretty. So basically, Soulmate being dragged into Davide just kind of opens up the inner portion of the eye, and it just sort of like gives you a little more of an open eye in the inner portion a little bit, just kind of like opens your eye a little more. You get what I'm saying. I was going to deepen the outer corner with Cocoa, which is the dark shade that we put on our lid, but I think I'm going to leave it like this, and then we're going to do the rest of our eyes, and then do our blush and our sort of our lip and cheek kind of deal. But I'm really enjoying these eyeshadows a lot. The only thing I do want to finish off is I'm going to take Valencia on this brush, and I'm just going to sort of lightly blend into that other transition shade because I do want that sort of orangey color to stand out, but I don't want it to just be the main focus. But I do want it to add some dimension in the inner portion. So now that we're done with the eyeshadows, which are so beautiful, we're going to go in and finish the rest of our eyes. I'm just going to do curl my eyelashes and add on some mascara top and bottom. And then we'll do some other fun stuff. So if you're interested in the eyeshadows, they are $17 per pan, and I can leave my link below so that if you guys want to order, you can go ahead and just click on the link, and it's super easy for you to place your order there. I'm just using the Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Velvet, is it Velvet Noir? Oh, sorry, yeah, Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara, and this was just like a freebie sample from Sephora. So I do this in layers, so you're going to see me add quite a bit of mascara, but I'll probably just do 2 layers right now because I won't be wearing this all night. So the eyeshadows, you get 2.1 grams of product per tin, which is a lot. That's a lot of product. And they last quite a while. And I'm also going to do my lower lashes. So I'm actually switching brushes. So I'm going into another mascara that I completed. And I'm just dipping it into the other mascara tube. I almost never do like my lower portion of my eyes. But I will be doing this way more often. Especially so you guys can see, like it gives you a lot more, or it gives me anyway, a lot more room to play. And so I can kind of show you what other option you have. It is so hard to talk and do your mascara at the same time. Okay, so that's going to be good, I think, for bottom mascara. I'll go back and do top mascara once more. All right, I think I may do a tiny little bit more bottom mascara. And that is it for eyes. I'm so pumped. I really actually like this. It's very smoky. I would probably tame down the lower lash line just a hint unless I was putting falsies on. So if I was just going to go like this, I may just soften up the bottom just a little bit. But again, to each their own. Some people really like a smoked out bottom of their eye, and sometimes people will bring their eyeshadow up kind of like out to their temple area, and it looks super pretty just without the extra lashes and stuff like that. It just makes my eyes look really beady and everything. So I'm just going to avoid that right now, and we're going to move on to our illuminator first, which is going to be Amazing, which is right here, and I just stuck my nail right in this. Oh my gosh. So this is the one right here, and I'm just going to take a small little brush, just a Sephora brush that I have, and I'm just going to pop that on the tops of my cheekbones, and you can see just how glowy and voluminous this reflection is. It's so beautiful. And I basically just blend it into my skin because I don't want it to look like it's just sitting on top. I want it to blend in and just look really like pretty and shimmery. Okay, so I'm also going to put this on my brow bone. This is the one that I was talking to you guys about, just kind of adding just a little bit of oomph when the Sabrina shade is just very soft. So just take a little short shader brush and you can just kind of add this to your brow bone, and it just really gives you that extra impact. If you're looking for that little extra oomph, then this is definitely it. I'm just going to blend it out a little bit on the outer portion, and now we can go in with lip and cheeks. So I have a couple of new ones, and I'm really excited to have these in my collection. I think the shade that I want to go with on my lips is going to be Sandstone, which is this one right here. So they come in these tins, and they actually have a sleeve on top of them that you can just kind of slide this little tin out. So if you don't have one of these sort of palette type things, you can just get the tin and buy this. This is $20 for lip and cheeks. Highly recommend these. These are so beautiful. I'm going to use this. This is the B Squared brush, or was the B Squared brush. They have changed names. I'm still not certain of what they're called, but it's blush and bronzer. And I'm going to use the blush side, and I'm just going to take a very little, like very, very little. And I'm just going to softly build that up with just what's on my brush. I may go in a little bit more, but because I have so much eye makeup on, I think I may leave it as that. Let's see. Okay, just a tiny bit toward the back, I guess. So these lip and cheeks are so easy to use, and a little goes a very long way. Like if you're a cream product lover and you've tried other products where you use sort of like cream blush from other brands, I can almost guarantee you they will not be as pigmented as this. These Seint products are super pigmented. Like I barely tapped in there. You can almost see like I've barely used any of this, and I have my blush already done on both sides, and I love the color. So as you can see, I have a few lip and cheek options, and I filled up the bottom part. This is a double stacker. So the top part is my 3D foundation. I have a lot of them, but it's not necessary. You may just want like two of these highlight shades and one contour shade and then a lip and cheek, and then you have 4 in compact and you're good to go. But because I sell it, I do have a lot, and actually a lot of our clients do end up buying a whole slew like this because they are so fun and you can mix and match the shades together. So what I'm going to do, I think for my lips, I want it to stay rather neutral, so I'm going to use the shade Nude, which is right here. It's so pretty. I'm just going to use my finger, but I want to clean it off a little bit. So I don't want to put any bacteria or anything in there. So I'm going to use a clean finger, and I'm just going to apply this. I do have pink on my lips from a lipstick I was wearing way earlier, so that's why my lips are kind of standing out a lot. But that's the Nude lip and cheek, and you can use that on your lips and your cheeks, on your eyes. You can use it wherever you like. I really love this. I really enjoy using these products. Otherwise, I wouldn't be selling them if I didn't like them, but they're wonderful. And like I said, all of these lip and cheek colors are $20. This is the cream illuminator, so it's called Pearl, and it's just very soft to apply as a cream highlight or illuminator. And those ones are also $20. Amazing, I believe it's $23 because it is a powder format. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.